speaking of quarterbacks that are going to have to step up in a big way and put a franchise on their back. Joining us now is a man who has all the passing records at the college that he attended. The same college that had Dan fucking Marino and Tyler Palco at.
Whoa.
He was drafted number 20 overall to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hell yeah.
He goes from one side of the building to the other side of the building as a University of Pittsburgh quarterback, was beloved by the whole city. Now, will he continue that folklore and that legacy build in the Steel City as the next Steelers quarterback? Ladies and gentlemen, the ever-handsome Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Kenny!
What's up, dude?
What's going on, boys?
Well, eat shit, Pitt. I have to say that. I have to, honestly. But you were fucking great to watch at the University of Pittsburgh. All my friends that went to Pitt, massive fan of yours. When you got drafted to the Steelers, everybody went bananas. Was that exactly how you felt? Were you pumped to stay in the city of Pittsburgh? Because I know that there's a lot of pressure that also comes alongside of that with tickets and family and friends and everything like that.
Yeah, man, I was pumped. We didn't know where I was going to go. Really, it was like between 6 and 20 was the range. So there was a lot of movement in like that middle part of the first round. So we thought, that was maybe one of my spots. And then when I slipped to 20, kind of had a pretty good feeling that's where I was going to land.
How did you enjoy the whole draft process? Because we, alongside everybody else, had to talk about every single part of your body. Literally every single part of your body was dissected. Your hand size. This guy's hand size too small.
Yeah.
His hair too long. This guy's got too much flow. He's got too much moxie. Did you hate? Did you try to keep that all out, or how much did you hear of the outside noise, Kenny?
You'd be lying to yourself. You say like when guys say like, "Oh, I don't hear it." Like this day and age, like somehow you can put the TV on and you're just gonna see it pop across your screen by accident. So like, of course you hear things, but it was a unique process, man. I'm happy I only had to do it once. I can tell you that. So I found my new home, and I'm excited now to start my rookie year.
What was it like going to dinner with Tomlin and Colbert? Did you do that? And how? Because they had dinner with everybody, and it looks like they're having a great time everywhere they go. And Tomlin loved the entire process. Colbert, by the way, said, "I'm gonna draft the next quarterback of this team, and then I'm gonna retire." So that's how he will forever go down, with you being his last quarterback selection. How was that with Tomlin and Colbert? And how much did you learn about them that maybe you didn't realize from being in the building with them for 5 years or whatever with the University of Pittsburgh?
Right, man. I'll tell you what, I missed the dinner part of it. They must have skipped that out on me. They just had me walk next door.
Shit!
Sorry.
They just had me pop over next door. I have to mess with the coach on that one. But it's great finally being on that side of the building, obviously, and getting to know them a lot better. I was only really able to watch them practice and kind of have, brushing shoulders when I was walking out to the practice field. That was kind of it. So now that I got a chance to be in the building and get to work with those guys a little bit, obviously it's a lot different. And you can see, why they have such a great, franchise there.
Is it vastly different? Are you still eating with at the same, how much is there of a difference? Because I didn't go to Pitt. I've been in there because I got a chance to call one of your games on Thursday night, same exact night that the Steelers were playing, I believe, in Pittsburgh at the same time. Great schedule set up there. But I was in there, and I think I got to experience, I saw the Aaron Donald stuff. And is it very similar? Like same cafeteria, same equipment managed? No, I guess equipment rooms are different. They have to be. How much of a new life are you living right now? And is there any introductions to anybody behind the scenes at the UPMC building now that you've gone from college to the pro team?
Yeah, there's a couple, obviously, coaching staffs, and then, but lunch-wise, we eat in the Steelers cafeteria when we're in Latrobe. So, like, for Pitt's camp, we're pretty much in there. So I know everybody on a first-name basis. They know what I eat pretty much religiously. Every time I go in there, they have it ready for me. So it's funny. So it's like, just my second home, really. A lot of our Pitt equipment guys, when they graduate from Pitt, they pop over and they work in the equipment room with the Steelers. So I have a couple guys that I know, in the equipment room. So it's pretty cool experience, having playing right next door.
NIL is just the last year or so. It sounds like Pitt has been cheating
For a while.
For a long time.
Oh, just a good program.
No, it sounds like an NFL team has been benefiting.
No, it's just an internship program.
No, it sounds like an NFL team has been paying a college.
No.
Wow.
In-house.
Fucking take them out.
Take their pitch away.
Take them out. You were obviously a fan favorite at Pittsburgh. Your accolades are very, very long at the University of Pittsburgh, all-time leading passer. And in the ACC, you became, a guy, you created the fucking Blitnikoff winner. What is the transition to the NFL game like? And you haven't played a game yet. You've only had OTAs. But what has the difference been, or have you been able to pick it up pretty quickly? Because I think a lot of people say the way that Pitt offense was run, with what you had to dissect, run over the sideline, get the play, run back in, figure things out quickly. Has there been a big jump, a big difference? And have you felt like you've been kind of in the deep end at all in these OTAs with the Steelers?
Really, I would say, we had a lot of installs throughout, camp and stuff. Like, I think we stretched it out to about 13. With the Steelers, it's at 6. So the volume in each install obviously is a lot more. And, every time I would, the more reps I'm getting, the more comfortable I feel. So that's the big thing. And I got to become, really good at getting mental reps and learning at a faster pace. And, I'm using this time, really this month off that we have, the month off where you're just training at home or training wherever you're at, to get my body right, get ready for, the camp schedule and how many times I'll be throwing a ball a day, and obviously get a jump on the playbook and studying film. So I would say the transition, it's been going really well. I'm putting a lot of time in. I think, that's why it's going well, because of how hard I'm studying and trying to prepare. So I'm excited to get back to camp.
And I don't want you to kill yourself before your season even begins with Mike Tomlin or anybody, but what are your expectations going into the season, and how's your relationship with Big Mitch Trubisky? He obviously knows the deal too. He's been around the NFL. We all can kind of see what's taking place. How's your relationship with him, and what are your expectations of this upcoming season?
Yeah, I mean, we have high expectations in that building. They've been an unbelievable franchise since it's really started. So I just want to continue that greatness. And Mitch has been awesome. Really, every quarterback in the room has been awesome. We all work together. We bounce ideas off each other. He's been a great, resource to have, along with all the other quarterbacks when I have questions. And they've been in the league for some time now. Him and Mason, and then Chris Oladukin came in with me, and we've been kind of attached to the hip, and we do pretty much everything together. Extra meeting time, film, going over the playbook and everything. So it's really, everyone's kind of moving towards the same direction. We just want to win. So there's definitely high expectations coming into the season.
Your biggest fan, Tone Diggs, your question?
Hello, Kenny. So when Sid was drafted by the Penguins, he lived with Mario Lemieux for a few years. Have you thought about maybe living with Seven for a couple years, just to, gather some knowledge from here? I mean, 18 years, the guy. Has he reached out to you at all? I mean, have you thought about living with Ben at all?
He's reached out. He didn't offer me the guest room yet.
No.
Maybe I can touch base with him again and see if that's up for grabs, but not as of yet.
What have some of the older quarterbacks told you about what to expect in the league versus what you had in college? What are some things that have maybe been passed down, like this is what you should prepare for?
Yeah, I mean, the length of the season, obviously. They added another game. You have the three preseason games. So making sure you take care of your body, your arm especially. Depending on how many reps you get throughout the week, kind of managing that aspect of it. Taking it a week at a time too. Everyone says as a rookie, this is just a really long year because you're going in from you had your season, you're getting ready for a combine and the stresses of that and the draft, and then you're ready into your rookie year. So it's been going well. I'm just taking it in stride, honestly, a day at a time. I'm really enjoying it. Love the team that I'm on. So I'm just, having fun doing what I love, but, just taking it a day at a time, really.
I do not judge this because I have plenty of friends that can throw a ball 75, 80 yards with gloves on that are wide receivers, and they'll catch it and they'll be able to huck it, and the grip helps. But it was obviously something you were judged for during the entire draft process. And who's judging you? Well, probably people who have other interests in mind, like maybe somebody that they would like to see get drafted before you. And there's always the judgment, but plenty of quarterbacks, Kurt Warner, Peyton Manning, just to be a couple of them. Teddy Bridgewater had a lot of success to use the two gloves. When did you decide to go to the two gloves? And have you noticed any difference between a college ball, which is maybe a little bit easier to handle, to an NFL ball while you're throwing it?
Yeah, man, you're going to be familiar with this one. I think, I did it once my sophomore year, but really after that North Carolina game that you called, I stuck with it after that game. So you could take some pride in that. I mean,
Here we go.
After that game, I kind of stuck with it. Coach Whipple's like, it doesn't have to be cold to rock the gloves. So I wore them since then on out. So, it worked out well that game. It just kind of felt more comfortable, stuck with it. I mean, I feel great throwing the ball in the NFL too. So it's just kind of something that I enjoy. And I just feel, more comfortable with it.
So I can't throw a college ball pretty anymore because I'm an NFL ball thrower. Like, that's a legit thing. Like, I can't. It's hard for me with the way I handle it and the way I throw. Like, the Duke is the best ball on earth. I mean, an NFL ball is the best ball on earth. It is amazing. I can't throw a college ball anymore. Did you have that type of issue when you were transitioning to the NFL ball, or was it like a fish to water almost with your entire throwing motion?
Yeah, well, the year prior in the off season, I kind of threw in an NFL ball in my training a little bit, just kind of to have a feel for it and see how I liked it. And I kind of was using both back and forth, and I felt good using both. So when I got to training this year, there wasn't that. I know a lot of guys have said that there was a little bit of a period where, the ball wasn't coming out as clean as they'd like it, and they kind of had to get used to it. But I think, thinking to last year, going back to it and mixing it in my workouts, it actually worked out pretty well for me.
You played baseball growing up?
I did.
Were you a pitcher pretty good or no?
Outfield.
Oh, athlete. Yeah.
It's killing my golf game. The slices. That's what everyone says that I have a slice because of the baseball. Yeah, I gotta figure that out quick.
Got to keep the elbow tight. Hey, you got to keep the elbow tight to the body. Yep. Come out of the pocket, Kenny. I used to be a big time slicer. Now my golf's, I'm going as flat as possible almost. Too flat of a swing. It's like, well, you should see the fucking other one. The other one is gone out there. Now you're a quarterback. You're going to have to golf. Have you always been a golfer, or now you're getting inducted into the QB fraternity of, we golf all the fucking time?
Yeah, I get invited a lot. I love playing scrambles. Like we played a scramble last week, and I go last off the drive because if they hit a good one, I don't even go. I just pick the ball up. I'm like, let's save the ball, and I'll just drop with you guys because I can't. I play in the other fairway pretty much every time. So everyone's starting to invite me out to golf, and I got to figure it out. Like Dan Marino invited me to go down. I'm trying to get the game right.
Lively round.
Before I head down.
Jesus. I mean, Pickett, you're a fucking first rounder, a quarterback for the Steelers. Get some service. I mean, this is, you know what I mean? This is unbelievable.
Come on.
You cut out in the middle there. We'll call you back. Let us call you back in like 2 seconds here. Dan Marino was calling him out there, by the way, to alpha him because he took all Dan Marino's
For sure.
Yeah, he's probably pissed.
He's asked around, how's Kenny's game? Oh, he hits it a long way, but he has no idea where it's going. Hey, Ken, I was wondering.
Come on down.
I was wondering you want to come golf tournament around all these big sponsors and business people around Pittsburgh. Didn't know. Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kenny Pickett. We got a better connection. That's on our side, not on your side. Hey, Dan Marino invited you there to alpha you because you took all his records at Pitt, and he heard you weren't that good of a player. He's like, hey, why don't you come on fucking out here and golf with the boys? How has Dan Marino always been in contact with you because of the University of Pittsburgh connection? And obviously, he's big time Pittsburgh guy. Fucking loves the city and everything like that.
Yeah. Once in a while, he'll reach out, and I was with him actually for the ACC championship game the night before. He was getting honored, and I had the ACC Player of the Year honor. We kind of sat with each other for that event. It was awesome. My family got to meet him. My fiance got to meet him, so it was great.
Congrats on the fiance. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, forever's a long time. It's worth it. It's worth it, though. It's 100% worth it. Forever's a long time. It's worth it. I've enjoyed the hell out of being married. I assume some of your teammates will tell you opposite because I heard that sometimes in the locker room. And I'm like, well, it sounds like you're not in a great marriage. Okay. Let's hope that mine is not that way. So remember, there is some fantastic marriages out there, even if you're told opposite from maybe some other people. Do you think your athleticism doesn't get talked about enough, especially because your athleticism changed the fucking rule in college football? And do you think that is something that maybe people will be surprised in the NFL because it wasn't really chatted about in the draft process? That fake slide thing changed the game completely, not just the game you were in, but I mean, people were pissed, Kenny. Hey, there's defenders, like NFL guys who were like, what are we supposed to do? Fucking take his head off? Like, everybody was mad. Everybody was mad about it. But I think what isn't chatted about is how athletic a move like that actually takes. I would have blown both of my knees out doing a little slow thing like that. Do you feel comfortable and confident with the speed in the NFL? And do you think you'll be on the move at all, or are you throwing the rock all the time?
Yeah, man, I think it's definitely an aspect of my game I'm excited to show, and I think the game's kind of changed. And you look around the league, a lot of guys are athletic and they extend plays, and that's how a lot of big plays happen. So that was something that Coach Whipple kind of, really helped my game to keep my eyes down the field and finding receivers and making big time plays. So that's something I think I'll definitely use in Coach Canada's offense, and he naturally kind of integrates it with how he moves the pocket and does a lot of great things. So I'm excited to kind of show that this camp.
Yeah, you were just the white guy with small hands during the entire negotiation, your entire draft process. And then you see some videos, it's like, hey, the fucking guy can move a little bit.
Yeah,
The guy,
wheels.
he can move. You can extend a play if you had to. Like, I don't know why that wasn't chatted about. It's strictly because they wanted other people drafted. Another stupid Yenzer. Nick, go ahead, pal.
Ken, you're obviously putting in the work with the guys, getting ready for the season and everything. But if you had a chance, as Pat always says, a team comes together better over a keg or around a keg than kale. So have you had a chance to kind of go out with any of the guys and get a beer and kind of bond a little bit, or has it all been strictly business so far?
No, we had a chance actually. We went to Kenny Chesney, so I'm sure you guys are familiar with how that goes in Pittsburgh. That was an unbelievable time. Really, really enjoyed that. Had a little suite, had a bunch of guys up there. We were tailgating and everything. So that was some good camaraderie. We had to call the night a little early. It was getting a little out of hand, but it was definitely something that we're all gonna, that's a good memory to have going into our first season. With some rookies, had some veteran guys there. It was awesome.
When the sun goes down. We got to get out of here because everybody's too fucked up. Do we have a back door out of this whole thing? Leadership, big deal. Pittsburgh Steelers are like a college, not just because they share a building with the University of Pittsburgh, but because veterans and alumni seem like are more welcome back than anywhere else. I might be mistaken, but it feels like the OGs are around a lot. Have any of the older Steelers players reached out or talked to you or met with you, or are you planning on that happening probably during training camp? And what are your thoughts on the Steelers organization now that you're inside of it a little bit more?
Yeah, man, it's definitely you can see why they've had success over the years. Just really, it starts from the top down with Kevin and Coach Tomlin and how they run the building, and it trickles down from there. But I'm next to Cam Hayward and Connor Hayward, his younger brother's next to him, so we're kind of in that little corner. Talked to Ryan Shazier, Cam Sutton's been awesome. Obviously, T.J. Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick. I'm listing all these guys, and when you walk in that building, they kind of just treat you like like you should be treated as a teammate, and they're always looking to help out. And you can see why. Like I said, they've had so much success over the years. So it's just a great place to work, and every time I walk in there, I'm excited to be there, and you can tell everyone's excited to get to work, and they want to be there. They don't have to be there. I think there's a huge difference in that. So, everything feels, the way it should be. I feel like in an NFL, team, and I'm excited to be a part of it and kind of help chase more greatness for us.
Hey, an NFL quarterback is like viewed at having to do all the shit. Like, hey, you got to be there early. You have to show face in these meetings. You got to do this because you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, whether you like it or not, a quarterback in the NFL. Have you always been that type of guy to begin? Because I think all reports are like, great teammate, great leader, has all the moxie and the character traits. But is that something you have to intentionally think about? Like as a quarterback in the NFL, you are expected to do the shit that's out of movies, not real life. You know what I mean? Like Peyton, I'd watch Peyton. He was actually in there before everybody else. Like actually in there before everybody else, even though it's only talked about. Whenever there was a downtime, he's actually running sprints so that we all fucking see him run sprints too. Like, okay, this guy is a movie character of what an NFL quarterback is, but I think that is actually how a lot of the greats operate. Like they might not be natural for them to do such a thing, but they understand the position that they're in. It's no longer a high school or college operation. You're a fucking NFL quarterback. There's only 32 spots. Have you thought about that at all? Does that change the way you go about your day-to-day now that there's an added pressure of $1 billion operation on your shoulders in the future? And what are your thoughts on that entire NFL quarterback kind of cliche expectations as a whole?
Yeah, I think that's the good thing about how I was kind of raised. My dad was a big football guy, kind of taught me everything in terms of work ethic. And then when I got into college, I got into a big routine. I went to the Manning camp and got a chance to meet Peyton and, build a relationship with him and just have him kind of go through his routine of a week. And I took that and brought it to Pitt. And I kind of built in, and now it's just kind of a lifestyle, and what I like to do and how I like to go about my day is getting that routine. And once you become comfortable with it, it's just like you don't think about those things. You're just doing it because, you're chasing, you want to be the best, and you have this routine that you feel comfortable with. It works. You did your research on it. So I'm a big research guy. I kind of like to ask a lot of questions, and it works for me, but it's definitely something you have to do. I mean, I want to be the best and perform at the highest level I can. So I'm putting in all the work I possibly can be to be as prepared to go into the season and compete.
Well, still be a human, though. You know, like still be a human. And I think that is,
Right.
some people can't do it. You know, some people, like, I think that's why, and I'm only talking about Peyton strictly because I had to watch it and got to watch it. We were able to have beers together, and then, like, the next morning, that son of a bitch is fucking, he's there earlier than everybody else doing everything. And it's like, oh, this is why he's Peyton Manning. And I don't know if Peyton loved doing that or if Peyton, same thing as you, it just became a lifestyle whenever he saw his dad and when he saw his family. It's like, hey, this is just how it goes when you're a quarterback. It's different than everything else. And I think watching you experience that is going to be fantastic over the next couple of years. Tomlin and you, how's the relationship? Good dap-ups, I assume. I heard he's a great shit talker. I assume you are as well. How's your relationship with Coach T?
He's great, man. He's everything you could expect. You know, he coaches you hard. Same with Coach Canada. He actually recruited me to Pitt, and I never got a chance to play for him. Now I can, you know, finally get that opportunity to play for him. But it's been great. Yeah, like you said, he is a great shit talker. We go back and forth. He asks us if we're ever going to throw the ball down the field. I'm like, man, you're playing all this zone. Play some man-to-man, then we'll try and put it over your head. So I'm excited to get to camp and continue to compete with him and the defense. And like I said, it's a good competitive atmosphere, man. Everyone's going at it every single day. So it's really what you want, you know, in teammates and to be on a great team like that.
Hey, you survived Southside for 5 years at the University of Pittsburgh. Congratulations, man. Honestly,
Hell yeah.
it's not easy. Those of us that have been there know it's not easy.
Dude, that place, yeah, man. I can't say I go out on Southside too often. That place is brutal.
Yeah, it's smart. Yeah, he won a couple times. He said, I'm going to not do that. We just lost your service again with you, but I think that means the universe is telling us to shut the fuck up. We appreciate you so much, man. Good luck this offseason. We're all very, very pumped to watch you become an NFL quarterback. Your journey is going to be one that's fantastic, and good luck with everything, brother.
Awesome, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, man, I'm happy that me and, you know, Hasselbeck and Adam Amin and Molly McGrath said, hey, you should wear gloves.
Yeah.
And then look at you now.
Here we are.
Look at us,
Thank
dude.
you,
How about
Pat.
it?
Hey, no problem. No problem. Good luck out there. You're the man, dude.
Am I going to see you Thursday night at Heinz Field here soon?
I'll let you know. Hey, Kenny Pickett. Hey, Kenny. Hey,
Yeah.
if your first start is a night game, we're coming.
All right.
Okay, if it's a 1 o'clock game, I can't do it.
Sorry.
Can't do it. There's a lot of games on. Can't do the 1 o'clock game.
Business.
I'll be there no matter what.
Tone will be there for sure. Nick will probably be there for sure.
There you go.
We'll get an entire suite, do the whole Kenny Chesney thing, and probably not be able to make it to the end of the game. So let's start hot. Let's start hot. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Pickett. Thank you, buddy.
Kenny!